Hi, welcome to my video on extra problem number 5. And this video just has one problem, and here it is. We have a circle, and we have a triangle inside, so the arc AVT is 194.4 degrees. AVT, so this arc here is 194.4. And the arc MA is 82.8. And AT is 12, so AT is 12 from here to here is 12 units. And MA right here is 8. And it says find a radius of the circle as a radical in simplest form. And you might say, how are we going to find a radius? We don't have center. Well, let's work through the problem and see how we can find it. If you, again, in all my videos, you wish to pause it and work out your answer and then come back to see if you're right, you can do that. So what we have here, we have MA and AVT are two arcs. What about MT? So that means that MT arc plus MA plus the arc AVT. So all three of these are going to add up to 360. So MT we don't have, so MA is 82.8. AVT is 194.4. And that adds up to, if you add those up, you get 277.2. And MA is 360 minus 277.2. So MT is 82.2. And so that's 82 point, I said 82.2, 82.8. So what does that do for us? Well, we have two arcs equal, the arc MT equals the arc MA. So if two arcs are equal, then the chords that intercept those arcs are equal. So that means M2, so MT must be 8 also. The two arcs are equal, therefore the two chords are equal. Now we have an isosceles triangle with MA equals MT. And we've done many exercises where we draw a segment from M perpendicular to, we draw a segment from M perpendicular to AT. So here goes the segment, perpendicular. And this is between these two congruent sides. And as a result, we have two congruent triangles. These two sides are equal. I'm going to label this as an H to make sure I can name it right, or so you know what I'm talking about, MH. And we have right angles, so these two triangles are congruent by HL, hypotenuse leg, in a right triangle. That means that because the triangles are equal, that means AH is equal to TH. Therefore, since this is 12, they must be 6 each. Now, based on that, we have a right triangle. So let's take the triangle, and I'll redraw it right here. MHA. MHA. So better be careful. Be brain work again, MHA. So MA is 8, HA is 6. So we want to find what the length of this segment is. So we have C squared is A squared plus B squared in a right triangle. So the hypotenuse is 8. 8 squared is equal to MH squared plus 6 squared. That's 64. And 6 squared is 36. So mh squared, 64 minus 36 ends up to be a 28. So that means mh is plus or minus the square root of 28. So mh is equal to plus or minus, and the root of 28, the root of 28 is the root of 4 times 7, so it's a 2 root 7. 2 root 7, and so mh got to be positive, so it's 2 root 7. Now, as a result, we have 2 root 7 for mh. But there's also in previous proofs on when you're doing the unit on congruent triangles, if a segment is drawn perpendicular to a chord, then that segment extended. I'm going to, before I get into that, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take mh and extend it on down to intersect the circle at P. Okay. So when we do that, what happens is that because this is perpendicular right here, and because it's bisecting, that means that mh will pass through the center of the circle. So that means the center of the circle must be somewhere on MP. And because this is a major arc right here, that means this chord is on the other side of center, so the center must be somewhere here. I don't know where it is, but let's say it's there. So I'm going to call that center O. The center has to lie on the perpendicular bisector of AT. So let's say that center is right there. So now we have this segment. Let's call it X. So let's let HO equal X. So that means if O is the center, then OM is equal to OP because they're radii of a circle. So OM is 2 root 7 plus X. So it's X plus 2 root 7. So that means that OP is X plus 2 root 7 because the radii are equal. So OM equals OP. So this OP is X plus 2 root 7. Okay, now we have all that established. So what we have now, I want to get this value of X. I want to get the radius. So I have to get the length of OM or OP. So what happens? We have what we call the product of the chords. And we did that in previous videos. The product of the chords is that we have OM times, so there's OM, OH, my mistake. The chord, product, parts, it's the parts of the chords. So it's better, MH times HP equals AH times HT. So the product of the chords, this part, MH, times this part, HP, is equal to AH times TH or HT. So MH is 2 root 7. And we're going to multiply that by HP. So HP is all of this here. So HP is X plus 2 root 7. And AH is 6. And HT is 6. So let's simplify this. So 2 root 7. X plus X is 2X. 6 is the 36. Now we'll take the 2 root 7 and multiply by this binomial. So that gives us 4 root 7 plus 2 times 2 is 4 root 7 x. 2 root 7 times 2 root 7. 2 times 2 is 4. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. So that gives us a 28. And we have 4 root 7x equals 36 minus 28. 4 root 7x equals 8. And we divide by 4 root 7 on each side. So they cancel out, so x is equal to. So 4 and the 4 is once and 8, so we get 2 over root 7. And to rationalize, the root 7 is on the bottom, so we multiply the bottom by root 7 and multiply the top by root 7. So that gives us x equals 2 root 7 over 7. Now, the radius is, you can say the radius is OP or OM, makes no difference. So OP is x plus 2 root 7. And so x is 2 root 7 over 7 plus 2 root 7. So we need a common denominator. We have a 7. So the first one is 2 root 7 over 7. And we multiply here by 7 over 7. So that gives us 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. And so we have 16 root 7 over 7 is the radius of the circle, OP. So the radius, R, is 16 root 7 over 7. And that's as a radical in simplest form. If you wanted to convert that to a decimal, that means the radius of the circle. This is approximately, but this is the answer, but that's approximately 6. So R is approximately 6.0 something. So it's roughly 6. So the radius from here to here, OP, is roughly 6. Or from O to A is 6. From O to M is 6. From O to T is 6. Okay, it's a little bit more. Okay, that brings us to the end of this video. If you like my video, click on the like button and click on the subscribe button if you wish. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my video, and the content. That's the content on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. And it's just one word. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video helped you. Bye-bye.